off said. So we've talked about adjectives that compare, we've talked about verbs, we've talked about irregular verbs. Now we're going to talk about adverbs. What is an adverb? An adverb is a word that describes a verb. It tells where, how, or when an action happens. Remember, a verb is an action word, so then the adverb complements the verb and it tells you either where it happened, how it happened, or when it happened. So first we'll look at adverbs that tell where something happens. An adverb can describe where an action happens. For example, Lily and Ben played here. In this case, we found our verb, which was played, and then we looked for our adverb that told where it happened, and it happened here. Where did Lily and Ben play? Here. Here is our adverb in this situation. So let's practice. The first thing you should do when you're looking for your adverb in a sentence is locate your verb. And then you can decide if it's an adverb that tells where, how, or when after you find the adverb. In this case, we're looking for adverbs that tell where. Our first sentence is, my brothers like to play outside. So my action in this sentence, my verb is play. My brothers like to play. Where do they like to play? They like to play outside. So my adverb in this sentence is outside. Look over there. So my action word is look. My verb is look. Where should I look? I should look over there. So there is my adverb. Our airplane flew high above the clouds. Flew is my verb, it's my action. Where did it fly? It flew high. So high is my adverb. The sun went down. In this case, the sun, that's my subject. The action the sun is doing is went. So went is my verb. Where did it go? It went down. So down is my adverb. Now let's look at adverbs that tell how. An adverb can describe how an action happens. Here's an example. Jason quickly read the book. In this case, our verb is read. And now we're going to ask how. How did Jason read the book? He read the book quickly. So let's practice. Again, the first thing we're going to do is find our verb. We know we're looking for how adverbs. So once we find our verb, we'll ask how that action happened. My grandpa snored loudly. Well, the subject is grandpa. The action, the verb, is snored. And how did he snore? He snored loudly. So loudly is our adverb in this sentence. Nathan stomped his feet angrily. The action in this sentence is stomped. Nathan stomped his feet. How did Nathan stomp his feet? Well, he stomped them angrily. So angrily is my adverb in this sentence. Jeremy quickly ate his lunch. Okay. Ate is my action. That's my verb. How did Jeremy eat his lunch? Well, he ate his lunch quickly. So quickly is my adverb. Are you noticing a pattern? We're going to do our last sentence and then I'll see if the pattern I'm thinking of is the same one that you're thinking of right now. Marcus slowly raised his hand. What did he do? The action is raised. He raised his hand. How did he raise his hand? He raised his hand slowly. Okay, let's get back to that pattern we were talking about. If you look at these adverbs, you might notice that a lot of them, or all four of these adverbs actually, end in ly, L-Y. Most of the time when you're dealing with adverbs that tell how, they will end in that ly. There might be a few, remember the English language is sneaky, so there might be a few sneaky times when it doesn't, but this is a really good key to remember in your brain. He loudly snored. He angrily stomped his feet. He quickly ate his lunch. He slowly raised his hand. Okay, we're on our last one. We're going to look at adverbs that tell when. An adverb can describe when an action happens. Here's an example. Emma left early. In this case, left is our verb, so we're going to ask ourselves, when did she leave? When did Emma leave? Early. So early is our adverb. So let's do some practice for this one too. Allie played on the beach yesterday. Okay, so Allie is our subject. What did Allie do? Allie played, so played is our verb. When did Allie play? Yesterday. So yesterday is our adverb in this sentence. I will visit my friend tomorrow. I is the subject. Visit is my action, my verb. When will I visit my friend? Tomorrow. So tomorrow is my adverb. Sometimes Maria goes to the museum. Maria is the subject. She's going to the museum. So goes is the action. When does she go to the museum? Sometimes. So sometimes is our adverb. Olivia immediately came to help. Olivia is the subject. Came, she's coming to help. Came is the verb. When did she come? Immediately. So immediately is our adverb. Okay guys, that's the end of our grammar lesson this week. It was kind of a short one this week. Adverbs are pretty easy and simple. I'm sure you guys will be able to understand it. If you need help, you can always call me, message me, email me, Class Dojo, whatever you need. Go ahead and do pages 58, 59, and 65 in your reader's notebook, and I hope you have an awesome weekend. Bye! I really miss you still. Hey, third grade! It's time for another lesson of Grammar Time with Miss Hofstad. So, we've talked about, what have we talked about? So first we'll look at adjectives that tell where. Adverbs. We're talking about adverbs. If you were my eraser, where would you be? Oh, you're under my computer. Whoopsies. Don't tell Miss Sewich I broke her border. How did he read the book? He read it quickly. Ooh. Well, I turned my computer off.